Joker. Guys, this is one that I really want to talk about because for one, and we will talk about sort of what has, been done here in terms of Sideshow, because we'll talk more about sort of the methodology that Sideshow is going with here, apparently. But this is up for RSVP, so you can RSVP for the Joker to be, for the Artisan Edition to be put up. The Sculpted Edition will be readily available as far as we know, but as far as the Artisan Edition, of course, is limited to, I believe, 4,000 pieces worldwide. Sideshow may have 2,000 of those or less. We don't know yet. So you got to RSVP. Apparently, it's a lottery, which we will get into a little bit later, but that's not our focus right now. Our focus really is which Joker should collectors buy? Because if you want the InArt, you can still find it. It's still out there. Kit has it. I know other shops are going to have it. So it is available. And I'm going to share my screen real quick and just get back to the Joker photo if I can. But while I do that, Kiko, I wanted to ask you, bro, with this Joker figure that I'm going to pull the photo up on, which one should really people go for? Because, I mean, I feel like I've seen this. Maybe there's been a little misrepresented from time to time. So the InArt Joker, the rooted version, right? If you bought that one, it was about $1,100 shipped for 2 figures, a big jail diorama, die-cast weapons, 2 head sculpts, and so forth, right? So a lot of different things. This figure is probably going to be $500+ plus shipping, so maybe closer to $550 after tax and everything. And you get a really cool base, 1 head sculpt, you get a tongue. That's cool, I guess. And you get some other accessories. I think this figure, but I'm seeing more photos of it, I think the sculpt is really good. I think this is a really good head sculpt. But which one should people buy, Kiko, is the question. Because you still have options. You have InArt, you have Hot Toys. Even if maybe you want the sculpted, right? You can include sculpted in this too, not just rooted. Kiko, if you were doing this from scratch right now, what would you do?
I love that last little thing about if I was doing it from scratch, what would I do? But what I want to say is I want collectors to buy the one that they think looks the best and the ones that they can afford. The back and forth of you're a fucking loser if you like this company as opposed to the other one is tiring. That's silly. The people that shamelessly say Hot Toys is better all the time and that shamelessly say that InArt is better all the time, back and forth, that civil war is exhausting. And it really comes down to your personal preference. But I'm going to give you mine in just a second. So that's the question that people need to be answering is which one do you want and which one can you afford? So that if you can answer that question and you can be happy with it, because this idea of getting something into your collection and then just sitting there staring at it saying, man, why did so-and-so online talk me into this piece? I don't know why it's here. Hell, I don't know why I have 2 of these here. I need to offload one of them because I bought another one thinking that, I'm going to be able to flip it, blah, 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 blah. If you don't want it, don't get it. Don't follow hype for a figure that you don't even care about. Like Riley doesn't think this Joker's any good because he likes the Midman as opposed and the Riddler for some reason.
The Midman.
Yeah, he likes the Midman and the Riddler. But for people that actually enjoy film and real cinema, we understand that this is the definitive Joker in the Batman universe. All that to say, though, if I were to go back and do it again, I think I still think the craftsmanship of the InArt, minus my hair, is still superior. I still think it is. Because the prison cell diorama head or whatever is perfect. That's perfect. I have some bad hair on mine. You've seen that. We've talked about that ad nauseum. Okay. I do have some issues with the Hot Toys. I think the tailoring looks a lot better. I think what you get is very, very nice. I think the sculpted looks okay. The rooted hair looks pretty decent depending on who the real life pictures. I think the blogger photos look worse, honestly, than what was actually in person.
I think so too.
The big issue, I think, is the sculpt and why you chose a snarl and a tongue. Those are the 2 I think that are a little bit odd to me. But if you were to kind of put that same sculpt that they just did on InArt on this one, then I think you may have a contender. I'm just being honest, because it looks good. You cannot say it doesn't. But I don't think you should beat yourself up if you don't want this and you just simply following it because, I need to get this so people can think I'm cool. If you don't want it, don't get it. But I think that if you fail in the lottery, if that's the way they're doing for the InArt, or I'm sorry, for the Hot Toys woolly mammoth Joker, whatever you want to call it, and you really want a rooted Joker, I think you can probably find one around the same cost for the InArt option. That's just my opinion. I would still go the InArt route just because I think it looks better, minus my hair. because I don't want that silly face. I don't want to have to be inserting tongues into the back of the head, because apparently that's what it is. It's literally like you insert the tongue or the mouthpiece or the teeth into the back. It's a very strange offering. You don't get 2 head sculpts. You get you only get 1 and then a replaceable tongue. And that's the other thing, is that I felt you do get more bang for your buck with the InArt stuff. They're like, well, I can't believe you locked 2 figures behind a paywall. Yeah, but it's 2 separate figures from 2 separate iconic moments. The one with the coat is when he's standing in the the street, right before he gets arrested, and then this is the prison scene, where he does the interrogation. Those are 2 iconic moments in a huge motion picture. So I think you do get a good bang for your buck. And that diorama, you and I both have it. I think the steel cage is pretty damn cool.
It's pretty heavy duty. Kiko, I would say though, with you and I, we do have to be philosophically consistent, because we have said InArt has released 1 figure for a year and a half. So if these are 2 separate figures, then maybe we should say, you know what I mean?
Okay,
because
they've released it's the same body.
1.5.
They've released 2 head sculpts.
Right, there we go. Yeah, but you're right, dude. Honestly, man, for the people who don't have that jail cell diorama is really cool. I wish I could use the InArt base. Look, some people have had no problems. I don't trust it. I don't trust that magnetic base. If you sit him on the wooden thing, it's fine. But if you stand him up on that magnetic base, I have a separate crotch grabber that I use, a custom one. I don't trust it. So, but everyone can do what they want with it. But that base is pretty cool. I wish I could use it. I wish it almost had a separate like crotch grabber thing that you could put into, like maybe a piece that you could plug in and cover it if you wanted, or you could plug a crotch grabber in, but they don't really seem interested in doing that. So I don't know, but there are options for you. Dean, we got sculpted Joker, we got rooted Joker. There's options here. Which Joker do you think people should really go for at the end of the day?
I'm so fucking sick of talking about this character. God damn it, dude. It was almost as bad as when the fucking Joker movie came out and every third-party company was coming out with their version of the fucking Joaquin Joker. It's like, fuck me. Can we please?
Don't worry. That may be coming back around sooner than later.
Oh, it will.
Talk about it.
InArt's going to make it, yeah.
Character. Dear God. Okay. Also, another thing.
Oh, my God.
We have InArt and Hot Toys answering. And the DX11 is the only Joker with a fucking laughing sculpt.
It's true. We had a good comment.
The Joker who laughs and they can't give us a fucking laughing sculpt? Are you kidding me? The fact that Hot Toys didn't include a laughing sculpt, don't buy it. Buy the InArt. Hot Toys fucked up. I don't even like this character. You know what? Don't even buy this figure, any version of it. But if you're going to get InArt, because Hot Toys really dropped the ball, not including a laughing sculpt, because that was the only way to beat the InArt, is having an actual, because the 2 portraits that come with the InArt are basically the same sculpt with a little bit of a smirk. It's the same sculpt. So it's like, okay, have an added sculpt that's laughing. Or I mean, I guess if you don't want to do 2 individual head sculpts, if you're doing rooted, I don't know. It seems like a waste that it's like we're this far down the line and only 1 figure has come with a laughing sculpt. Are you kidding me?
But if you do a laughing sculpt, you have to shut the eyes, and then you can't sit there and talk about the purse system and being able to move the eyes.
You could purr the
tongue,
eyes,
dude.
Right? Yeah, no, that's Dean's special power. Right there.
It's just
Dean, that's fucking hilarious, though. You're saying like punish Hot Toys for not putting in a
dude, 100% punish Hot Toys.
I think I'm going to go back and actually, because currently, shamefully, I have the Hot Toys laughing head in the box. I need to go back and switch it just for you, because you know what? That's true. We have enough serious Jokers on the shelf. It's time to make him laugh. I mean, at least the Nicholson Joker is smiling and giggling.
Yeah.
G17 said, "Come on, Dean, why so serious?" You know how I got these scars?
See?
My father was a drinker.
I just realized he's got a damn knife.
Dean, why do you have fucking knife?
I have weapons all over my room. What are you talking about?
Why so serious, Dean?
I'm just glad you didn't fall on the knife then. Damn.
This is what I open all these fucking boxes with, dude.
If Dean falls on a knife live on stream, bro, we're fucked. Like that's.
Are we allowed to show weapons on this stream? Are we gonna get
I don't know.
demonetized?
Probably demonetized.
It's a box opener. It's hardly a knife, dude.
Yeah, tell that to Gus Fring. It's just a box.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Okay, with the Los Pollos Hermanos shirt on. Look at
I know, right?
It's a true fan.
What the
dude.
fuck? Did you plan that joke, bro? Like,
no, it's perfect though.
Yeah, it is perfect. What the fuck even happened? Yeah. Dude, that's amazing. All right, guys, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Dude, right now the vote is like 54% InArt and 46% Hot Toys. So we're gonna see in the comments what people think. But honestly, man, this rooted Joker is a really good. I mean, the sculpted Joker rather is a really good option. Like, if you don't get the rooted one, the sculpted one looks pretty damn good.
Yeah. Okay. If I'm being honest, whichever one you end up with is gonna be fine. Like,
Right.
I don't think that. I mean, other than the fact that you get 2 whole figures, but then again, you're paying double.
Right.
The InArt isn't like exponentially better. I think this is fine. The tongue is a little bit of a weird gimmick, but at least it gives the head sculpt a whole new way of posing. Like, I like it. I think it's neat. It's interesting. It doesn't make the sculpt so boring. You only get one option, but yeah, I think, like you said, they're both really good. They're both solid. Whichever one you end up with, like Kiko said, buy whichever one is good for you.
Right. Right. Yeah, makes sense.
Well, I went on too much of a negative rant there.
I'm just glad that he's actually wearing a coat instead of a bathrobe now.
Dude, what you say, Kiko, about a bathrobe?
I'm just glad he's wearing an actual coat this time. The DX11's wearing a bathrobe. That thing is super like bulky looking.
Not that good.
Oh, is it?
Dude,
Yeah,
I've never owned the DX11, but I mean, that it was funny. Like, when NR came out, some people were saying like the DX11 was better. I was like, come on now, come on. Like, I get being controversial.
The sculpt is there, man. They just need to repaint it. Revisit the sculpt, man. Just repaint that sculpt.
It's like, come on now.
It's
let's be reasonable.
Because I don't like that character, so I don't like know it. Like, if I see like, I don't know, like a Vader, Zach has taught me enough about Vader that I could be like, oh, that's definitely wrong.
Do you not like the Ledger Joker out of principle? Or are you just like trying to go against the why? Is there
no, I don't like those movies.
Yeah, he doesn't like the Dark Knight.
Yeah,
really.
we talked about that. All right.
Yeah.
Off topic.
Yeah. So
yeah. So like, I don't have
me shit.
I don't really have the eye, right? So when the InArt was coming out, everyone was like, oh, the DX11, it holds up. And then I saw them next to each other. It's not even fucking.
It's night and day. I mean, but that figure's like
we're
10
not
years
even
old,
playing the same sport, dude.
Right? That figure's like 10 years old.
You're not wrong. It's very old.
This Hot Toys one is really good. The new one, it honestly is really good. The hair, I think it's a really good hair. It just needs to be styled a little bit. I think you're gonna have to spend some time styling it, and that's in our.
No, it comes with real cloth shoes.
Yeah, and it had that prison base too, like the table and all that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the jail cell diorama for InArt though is pretty good. See, Kiko's got that.
There you go.
I mean, honestly, everyone's InArt hair was pretty good except for Kiko's. So I don't know what happened, but yeah, it just.
Hey, Ben Thomas had some issues.
Did he? Yeah.
Yeah. Not super bad, but it was noticeable.